Good morning, everyone. I am Donivi Arreglo, the Group 6 reporter. Today, I will tackle about global city. A global city is a highly connected and influential city that plays an important role in international business, culture, and communication. A global city, also called a world city, is a city that plays a central role in the global economic center, politics, culture, and communication. This city are highly influential beyond their own national borders because they serve as a hubs of finance, trade, media, innovation, and international decision making. So, so we have 5 characteristics. So first is economic hub. Global city hosts the headquarters of multinational corporations, major banks, stock exchanges, and financial institutions. They attract investment, creating jobs, and drive global trade. For example, sa New York is Wall Street is nanarito ang katong ilang headquarters, ilang stock exchanges, mao na diha. And so next is we proceed the political and decision making influence. So they often host international organizations, embassies, and summits impacting global policy. For example, sa Geneva, UN offices, Washington, D.C. So next is cultural influence. They shape global trend in art, fashion, media, music, and entertainment. People from all over the world look to these cities from cultural inspiration. For example, sa Paris is kanang narito ang fashion, so ma-influence jud ang sa kita nga sa atoa is ma-influence ta sa Paris kay dinot man sila fashions. So next is connectivity and innovation. Global city have advanced infrastructure, international airports, ports, and digital connectivity, allowing the rapid flow of people, goods, information, and ideas. So, for example is diversity. Ang diversity is kanang adto nimo makita ang daghang tawo nga gikan sa lain country. Kanang makita nimo nga unsay lang pagkaon, unsay lang festival, ug unsay lang mga sinuotan kay kinana. Nya ang migration is mao na ang kanang pwede ka man trabaho adto, muskwila sa lain nasod or something inana. So, in short, a global city is a major center where economic power, cultural influence, and international connectivity converge, shaping both national and global system. Thank you. Globalization. So, kay bao naman ta unsay globalization, so maghatag na lang kog gamay nga explanation. So globalization is the increasing interaction and integration of countries. This happens through international trade, travel, communication, and technology. Products made in one country can be sold anywhere. Cultures blend through movies and social media, and people can study or work in different parts of the countries. This creates a more connected global community where decisions in one country can affect others. Thank you. 3 Stage of globalization. Thomas Friedman. 1.0 1492 to 18. Age of exploration and colonization, powered by human and steam energy. 2.0 1800s and 2000s. This stage became during the Industrial Revolution. Machines, steam engines, trains, and factors made it easier to produce and ship goods instead of countries. Big companies became the main drivers of globalization. They searched for cheaper materials, more works, and new markets around the world. Transportation and communication became faster. The main idea is larger companies and industries connected to the world through trade and production. The third one is 3.0 late 1990s percent, led by the United States, growth of global markets and technology. This stage is very modern and it's powered by technology. Computers, the internet, and the smartphones allow ordinary people to connect globally. Business can operate online, students can study internationally, and culture spread fast through social media. This stage focuses on individuals and technology, making the world smaller and more connected. The main idea is technology and individual drives global connections. Thank you.
Hi ma'am, this is my reporting for Group 6. I'm representing soft power. Soft power refers to the ability of a country or other entity to influence others through attraction and persuasion, rather than through coercion or military force. Which aspects of hard power? It involves shaping the preferences of others through cultural, diplomatic, economic, or political means. For example, like Hollywood movies from United States. American movies, music, and TV shows are consumed worldwide because people enjoy its US culture. They often develop positive feelings toward the US and its values, freedom, advancement, innovation, that this creates influence without using force. So what is soft power? At its core, soft power is the ability to influence others without using force or aggression. It's all about attracting people or countries to your side by making them admire you, respect you, or want to align with your values, culture, or ideals. Soft power doesn't rely on military might or economic sanctions. Instead, it taps into softer forms to influence culture, diplomacy, values, and ideas. How does soft power work? Soft power works by shaping the preferences of others through persuasion or attractions. This means that rather than being forcing someone to do something through traits or power like hard power, you make them want to act in a certain way because they believe it's the right thing to do or because they admire what you represent. Why soft power is important? Soft power is important because it helps a culture organization influence other without using force or coercion. Instead, it works through attraction, persuasion, and audibility. That's the end of my report on soft power. Thank you for watching.
So now let's move on to multinational corporations. Multinational corporations are big companies that operate in many different countries around the world. And also, they have a huge economic power and influence because maka-earn sila daghan nga money and operate globally. That's why multinational corporations can strongly influence global markets. And also, multinational corporations can help make the world more connected because they operate in many countries. They sell the same products globally, they create global supply chains, they bring ideas and technology across borders, and they promote international jobs and cooperations. And why multinational corporations influence stronger than some governments. Because multinational corporations are very rich and powerful. They can sometimes influence government decisions, especially in developing countries. So now let's move on to global cities. So what is global cities? It is the important cities that influence the world. They are major centers for business, culture, and communication. Because many international companies and people gather there, these cities help connect different countries and make global trade communications easier. So why global cities matter? Global cities matter because they boost the world economy, connect countries, spread culture and ideas, influence global decisions, and lead in innovation. They help make the world more connected and developed.
Hello everyone, today I will talk about demography. Demography is the study of populations. It helps us understand important things about people such as how many babies are born, how many people die, how much income families have, and what diseases people experience. So, Demography is important because it helps explain big trends in the world like global politics. Global politics kay mao na sila ang mga kanang kuan gani kanang for example sa lain country and the other country kay mag kanang collaboration bitaw sila like kung unsaon nila pag kanang kuan tawang sa kanang usag-usap para kanang mo improve ang ilahang kaugalingong nasod and inana and then sila na ang kanang mag-make of decisions bitaw kung unsay ganahan nila ipa-implement sa maong lugar. So public administrations, how the government plans schools, hospitals, and services of people. So, ang public administrations, kay mo na sila ang tig-supply or tig-hatag og mga kanang needs sa mga tao. Like, for example, sa facilities sa mga school. For example, if kanang ang mga bata or mga estudyante kay is nagkadaghan. So, sila na ang government na ang hatag og kanang mga usa gikinahanglan sa mga students. And also sa kanang kuan, sa hospitals. Like, kanang for example sa mga tao nga kanang kuan nagmasakit and then kulang ang mga facilities sa hospital and then also sa medicines and everything, so sila ang mo provide ana maghatag og kanang supply para sa ilahang kagulingong mga tao nga nagpuyo silang nasod, of course. And then also sa migrations, why people move from one place to another. So, it's because of kanang kuan para sa ilahang safety and also sa mga disaster nga nahitabo. That's why ang mga tao kay magplan sila nganong mobalhin sila sa laing nasod or sa ilahang mga jobs nga mas komportable sila ato na mamuyo bitaw sa lain nga lugar kay sa ilahang income kanang nay mga reason nga kanang dili sakto ang income nila diri, so nayuban nga kanang mo-abroad yun. And then in a simple words, demography helps leaders understand what people need so they can make better choices for the country and the world.
So global civil society formed in the 1990s as a response to corporate globalization. It includes NGOs and social movements that provide community-focused alternatives to large corporations. These groups help influence global decisions and raise awareness on issues that affect people worldwide. Global civil society formed because people wanted groups that could speak up for human rights, the environment, and fairness issues often overlooked by big corporations. These organizations give the public a voice and help influence global decisions. Next is global demography. Global demography studies how the world's population changes. It helps explain why people migrate, how global citizenship develops, and why humanitarian crises happen. It also shows how population trends affect a country's economy and politics. Demographic transition. Demographic transition describes how a country's population changes over time as it develops. It has two major shifts. First is decline in mortality rates. As countries improve in healthcare, medicine, sanitation, and nutrition, fewer people die from diseases. This causes the population to grow rapidly at first because more people are living longer. Second, decline in fertility rates. After some time, families begin to have fewer children. This happens because the cost of raising children become higher. More parents want to give child better education, which is expensive. Women gain more education and job opportunities, leading to delayed childbirth, and access to family planning increases.
Demographic transition happens kay improve ang health conditions. Nikunhod ang disease tungod sa medical achievements. Nindot na pod ang nutrition kay mas maayo ang trade og transportation. People also prefer fewer children karon kay mahal mag-raise og bata og tungod sa education dili na sila maka-contribute economically sa pamilya parehas sa una. Mao ni ang mga factors nga nag-change sa population growth.
Migration and overpopulation are connected because globalization make it easier to people to move from one country to another. So diri sa Philippines, dili kayo grabe ang national overpopulation, pero ang internal migration kanang rural to urban ma-cause og congestion sa cities. Mao na nga modaghan ang tao sa urban which affects housing og services. So, these are the key issues affecting global population patterns. Una, economic crisis can affect jobs and livelihood. Mao nga people tend to move to other places. So, wars and conflicts also force people to migrate for safety. Climate change affects food, water, and living conditions. Naay transnational crimes nga maka-impact sa security. And lastly, international migration changes the population's distribution. All this shape how populations grow and more around the world.